It's Memorial Day weekend, which means 30% off the Game Grumps store, gamegrumps.com/merch, and free shipping on orders above $100. And to celebrate, I'm gonna do a little meme review of past memes that we have done on Game Grumps to celebrate our merch.
This is the Game Grumps merch store. It's good.
There's this one.
What do you think about this?
Bottom text. Did you get something from the Game Grumps merch sale? Yes. What did it cost? 30% less.
Did you break your reed?
Yes, I broke my reed!
In front of everybody? That sucks.
I know!
Hello, and welcome to the 10-Minute Power Hour.
This is how I normally dress.
Yup, we're looking good. It's Dan and Aaron. Hell yeah. Aaron, what are we doing today? Why are we dressed like naughty little sailors?
Sailors?
On the costume package, it says Adult Adventure Boy costume. Is this an actual Boy Scout?
No, it's the 4 one. This is the Hunger Games.
This is the Adult Adventure Boy. What are we doing today, D?
You guys are gonna be getting your basket weaving badges.
Oh, I've always needed a basket.
I did honestly not know that basket weaving was a real thing. I thought that was just like a joke. Quote unquote, useless skill. I'm not saying basket weaving is useless. Boy, you can't just support me. You gotta distance yourself immediately.
That seems rude. Baskets are very important.
I use them all the time.
To forage?
To put other things in, like smaller baskets. That looked like a commercial trying to subtly talk about erectile dysfunction.
Oh. So let's
Ask your doctor if basket weaving is right for you.
Okay.
Sweet. I can use this as like a musical instrument, and I'm already dressed like the guitarist from AC/DC.
Knocking me out with those American thighs.
I also like that this instruction manual is like the picture and then instructions, and then it's like, oh, let's open it up and read more. There's nothing in here.
Oh man, or they could have made it with like slightly larger text.
So this is like the prep work, you know? It's like you can't just get right into weaving.
You can't weave. First you must plug.
Plug you must, then weave.
Don't say it like that, Yoda.
And done. Soak several long pieces of reed in water.
You done been soaking that reed.
Oh yeah.
Well done.
I think these nondescript boy adventurers are really onto something. Oh, they're their own reeds. Oh, it stinks.
Ah, it's not great. Oh, I got adventure moisture on my hands.
All right, so first you gotta tie the reed in a little knot around the corner. Ah. Oh, did you hear that? That was like a sound effect. Keep the wrapping fairly loose. Oh, my bad.
Is it just like this? Am I just...
Dan, I don't know. I'm confused and scared. There's a stapler. There you go.
Boom.
Hey.
Hey. This is easy.
Smash cut to... Oh my God!
Yeah, covered in reeds and screaming. I've tied this. And that's what keeps these reeds on.
Sure.
It all makes sense now. I just had to talk my way through it. Stop making fun of me. There's a certain laugh you have. That's the one.
Is this thing gonna fall apart?
Yes. Now we're having adult adventures.
My adventure still feels boy-coded.
No.
I need... Oh, you I need staples!
I told you. We don't have enough. We need double
Can you hand me the stapler?
Just a moment. This one came together at the edge. I see what you're talking about now. I need that stapler.
What do you mean? You just stapled!
No, it didn't happen.
What do you mean it didn't happen?
Now it happened.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. I'm gonna get a Splinter. And not the cool rat from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
You think he's cool?
He's totally cool.
He's just like an old guy.
Shut up, man. You don't know any you. If we drove down the street dressed like this and on the car was written the words Adult Adventure Boys, we would be arrested immediately.
Just blasting like a theme song that's like, Adult Adventure Boys! Cool.
Come on, join the party!
Weave baskets with us!
Do you know why I pulled you over? Yeah, probably. This is actually getting kind of fun.
Is it hurting your muscles at all?
Actually, no, Aaron.
Oh, okay.
Winding this ribbon-thin piece of reed.
This is for my, like, 1 to 2 scale doll collection.
I don't even know what this is.
It's a stool
Oh, all right.
for sitting. 1 weak reed is gonna destroy your whole stool or basket.
You gotta up your game, dog. I'm gonna be in the forest collecting strawberries in my basket.
What are you talking about? I'm ahead of you.
I'm just imagining us like in the woods, like, yay, putting our baskets together as like a bear slowly creeps up.
Bring the weaver over the back rail, around the inside of the leg, and over the side rails toward the top of the frame.
English, please.
I think it's just saying, like, loop it over.
Crisscross, yeah.
Loop it over.
Just loop it over, man. We're adventure men. This is written for adventure boys.
I don't need to wet it again. It's sufficiently wet.
Aaron,
It's
don't,
sufficiently wet.
don't yell that.
Mom, can you come pick me up?
I hate this.
All right, I've done the first weave. This seems like the most frustrating thing ever to have to do in the
Up
wild.
2, down 3.
This is gonna take like an hour.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder how many Boy Scouts yell and Jesus Christ during their basket weaving merit badge competitions.
Oh no! My reed!
Dude, did you break your reed?
Yes, I broke my
in
reed.
front of everybody?
Yes, I did. It's embarrassing. I know.
Man, that sucks.
I know. This is the worst thing that's ever happened on this show.
Ooh. Oh, that's what I'm gonna name my reed. Lou.
After who? This stinks. I should be hunting for food. I should be killing a rabbit or something.
We should be foraging right now. We're making baskets to collect the food, but we're like running out of time to collect food because we're making the baskets.
Yeah, it should be like a nighttime activity, you know?
Oh, there's nighttime activities for the Adventure Club.
Dude, is this the kind of episode where this is the easy task?
This is not the easy task. You gotta be kidding me. This is not the
there's
easy
no-
task. What the hell?
This feels like the kind of you make in first grade and then you give it to your grandparents. You're like, here you go.
We have to display this somewhere. I'm sorry, I got in your way. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, I brushed up against your adventure leg.
Yes. Please don't do to me what you are wont to do.
Reed juice just shot everywhere. Whose fault do you think that is?
Reeds. He needs to get control of his juice.
Rex Reed from the Fantastic Four.
Who? I don't know. Who did you hold on, repeat that name.
Rex Reed from the Fantastic Four.
Somebody's gonna sit on this and it's, The fibers are going this way, and you're stapling it this way. It's apt to split.
Maybe you're just a little jealous because some of us are nearing the home stretch.
You're insane. Nobody's.
You're insane. Honestly, I feel pretty good about this. I think you're mad.
I am! This feels like braiding hair. Back when I used to braid hair in middle school. Girls liked me because I had long hair, so they could braid it, and I knew how to braid theirs.
Girls didn't talk to me in school because I was playing Dungeons and Dragons. But I was a level 28 wizard, so miss me with that.
Like a long bearded wizard with the cap, like, go ahead and miss me with that. No, you're gonna weave my. You're gonna weave my reed into your
Get out of
seed.
here, man! I'm weaving over here!
Sorry, I got my reed in your reed space.
Alright, for some reason there were 3 extra reeds, but I don't understand because this is complete. Do you sit on it, or is this for your feet?
What are you, the Fonz?
Hey, sit on it! Look at this. Look at this.
That's kind of, well, that's pretty impressive.
We've got to move on.
What do you mean we've got to move on? I'm not done with my chair.
You're like 3.5 hours away.
No,
It's
I'm
not a chair.
I'm speeding up.
5 minutes on the clock and see if you can finish it.
Oh my god, I'm sweating like crazy. Where's the stapler? You stole it! You're not even using it anymore! How much minutes do I have left?
You have 3 minutes and seconds.
Crazy. How does anybody do this? I would have gotten eaten by a wolf or better.
Some sort of forest cougar?
They don't let moms go out with the Boy Scouts.
Your stool can hold your weight down.
Okay. Maybe I'll try sitting.
That was your beautiful baby boy.
Wow. That's jagged. Success!
You have no survival skills. Me, on the other hand, Gungaga. Sorry, that was for the memesters at home.
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, I know. It's me, Gungaga. So in Final Fantasy VII, there's a character named Zack. Cloud was actually implanted with the memories. There's a conversation that they have with Zack where they're asking where he's from. I'm from here. Where are you from? And he goes, me, Gungaga.
Well, thanks for helping old man Dan learn how the kids speak on the net.
When you cut that, can you just make it like I've been explaining for hours?
This looks like what Vecna does to people in Stranger Things.
Can't believe they would put that in a children's show.
It's an adult adventure show. 3, 2, 1. Yeah!
You people are anti a good job.
This looks like art.
Yeah, it's kind of inspiring.
Yeah, if I called this like desire or something like that, and just let people make their own connections.
It makes sense because he desired to make a working stool.
Okay, so big success. You know, the stuff you did really looks good.
I know, it would have been great if I could finish. We're weaving again. The things that I've learned will contribute to this adventure.
We're gonna make a 3-inch round basket. What could be easier? Oh my God. Looks like the Fibonacci sequence.
I was triggered because you said 3-inch round, and I hear that so much in my life.
And
Thanks.
I can't believe I have to make a basket out of nothing. Oh man. Have you ever had Alive gummies and then you pee and it's like radioactive yellow and you're like, I should see a hospital?
Alive gummies?
Like multivitamins.
That's way more important than the gummy part. It's just a brand of gummies. And it's like
Oh,
like
yeah.
Haribo?
I'm sorry. This is where I find out, like, I think I've been taking vitamins, but I've been eating gummy bears for 20 years. No wonder I'm so weak.
Oh, I should alternate the colors. That's so fun.
12-inch spokes.
Yeah,
This
but-
is 12 inches, right? Right?
Oh, there are some that are different lengths. Oh. This feels like camping. How do you tell?
Ah, I got weed juice in my eyes. Dude, like, you've known us for a couple months now. What made you think we were capable of this?
I don't know. I figured it being Boy Scouts, I was like, how hard can it be?
Those are the people that end up becoming like engineers and like
Rocket scientists.
yes.
And in jail. But definitely one of them.
Where's my thick reed?
Thick Reed is the cousin of the guy in Fantastic Four.
It's so hot, even without the ascot. I'm spitting fire right now. That was bars. That was bars.
I want so much to do a good job, and I know what this is gonna look like at the end. I'm just like imagining the call from my dad, like, Dan, I saw you the power hour today. It was not good. Did you ever see the part in Evil Dead 2 where he's laughing so hard that he starts crying and like going psychopathic?
Yeah.
That's where I think we're just about at right now.
Man, I gotta cut like crazy reeds while this all bent, looking like a claw at my window every night.
Do I have a naughty mustache? Twiddle, twiddle.
Do you have the paper clips?
There are some paper clips in there.
Oh, it does say clip. How exciting. This world that we live in is filled with so much wonder. Oh, it stinks. Why does it stink all of a
It's
sudden?
the reeds.
What does that smell like?
It smells like piss.
Smells a bit like piss. Wow. Isn't nature beautiful?
Wow.
Well, what else would I say? I want you to know that I recently participated in a Tim Allen Grunt competition.
Did you?
And I won. We had 3 different blind uhs. They didn't know who was doing it.
So there was no favoritism.
Yes, there was faces to the wall, and it was like, come in, and there was like ambient noise so you couldn't hear like the clothing quality of people, you know? And then you would knock, and then they were like, okay, go. And then you go, and they're like, thank you, exit. I've been doing it a lot in my free time around the house. I don't think my wife likes it. She'll be like, oh, you know, I think we should get Italian or something. I'll be like, ah, 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 ah.
I love it when you get into phases. Do you remember that phase when you kept going like, yeah, you like it? And then you did it for long enough that Susie was like, please stop.
Yeah.
There's nothing more iconic than when I was in my Chad Warden phase.
Oh, Chad Ward, that's
Where I was like, is Chad Warden here? Chad Warden, the PS triple. Susie was like, I'm going to divorce you.
Not like a trial separation or anything, just like straight to hard divorce.
No. And I'm taking everything. What the hell is this? You have to go into 4 dimensions and become an eldritch horror. It's like, oh, check it out, weave it. Now all you have to do is just cross over into the 5th dimension.
Dude, I would fucking die in the wild.
Do you remember the episode where Bear Grylls drank his own pee? That was awesome.
The episode of what? Home Improvement?
Man vs. Wild, was that a show?
That's the next Grump Scouts episode.
Bring it on.
You know what? Honestly,
I'll
I
take
would
the
not
challenge.
be surprised.
You know what? It'll be hard, but I'll do it.
If we came in here and we were like, what are you doing today, D? And you were just like with a cigarette in your hand, you're like, you drink your own pee. You'd be like, that tracks. We were headed in that direction anyway. I think I've finally gotten these taped down. to where the weaving can begin.
Ugh.
Yours looks a little bit like a very tiny basket.
Cut the tan splints into at least 8 weavers, 15 inches long. Crease each one sharply. They won't stay up. That's what it says.
Step 6, scream in frustration.
It completely fell apart as I was reading all that.
The grid was placed,
Oh, the digital frontier.
and then I weaved all the extra basket pieces around. Now, take these 10 pole pieces, hold them up together, and a little thing called magic happens. Now we just tie them off at the top.
Wait.
Okay, we'll let those go. We'll let those go. Okay, so here's the handle.
8,
And as you
7,
see,
6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
I was in the water.
1. Hands down!
Well, it's gonna explode if I put my hands down.
Okay, you can hold it.
I got one rung around the end, and then the first rung lost its clip. How did that happen?
It's all part of my adult adventure.
Did you drop that into the entire ocean? This is what I got.
Yeah.
Hold on, I didn't.
Yeah.
Now that's a weave.
I call this one loss.
Don't call it that.
I call this one Dave. We're done. We did it.
I'd say you earned your badge.
Hey! This is the badge?
Thank you. It's huge.
After all this? I could have punched this out on my own.
Why is there a bow and arrow on
Don't
it?
worry about it.
Okay.
You got a bow and arrow one?
Yeah, man.
I got a rope.
Cool.
What happened?
I don't know.
What have you been doing this whole time?
I made this for you.
Thank you. Oh my god. It's a hat. If you enjoyed this episode, then go to Patreon, patreon.com/GameGrumps that is, and join our Patreon. It costs money, but it's worth it for 2 cans, depending on if there's a sale.
That's a bird.
For
It looks something like a cross between the crown of thorns and those baseball caps with the beer straws that go into your mouth.
tastes like suffering.